You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the
Ingredients for what?
meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the union also produces the product? So
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the union does not produce it. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our... Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver...
You'll be indebted to her, in a way. But one step ahead of the union in another.
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been thousands of liters of roaring...
well, at least this so
What is that, Luke?
why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wonder since
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi. We did. On more than one occasion.
we know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement.
Well, here's your chance, officers. How do you think they're financing this strike? There are
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out...
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
The two might even be...
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary,
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant. Yes? Excellent. According to my report, it may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other... You're back. Good.
yes?
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box. The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse. There he still is, looking right through you with his... As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your side, the man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by the material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world.
They are armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons. Ceramic plate, zirconium dioxide, under the heel. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta ma...
Fucking talking about underpants.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay. Just something I scraped together from my station.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard... It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. For a full set, about 4 years of wages. By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as a...
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
It means disciplinary hearing.
A small bell-like sound fills the air.
It's anything but. This material is a...
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostril.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Even the mongrels can see you're about to...
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the... What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? How many clues do you need? You already found a number. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. All right then, you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected? Of course there are. You still feel as though there might be some honor points. And if there are,
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing.
the cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged,
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying car.
like in a circus. When the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe,
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating them. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike.
no, you feel like it was something else. But what?
Yes, it often is. This bell worries me. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the bell to close the buckle. It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. This makes getting him down.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. His corpse is marked by stuff, alcohol, and heartbreak.
Man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him, did.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute,
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further.
his eyes
Into the wild in the past. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Coppo. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination.
He loves those. Because you're a copperoony. Coming right up. Copperoony, Rooney. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. You can be anything you want, brother Coppo, because you have loved it, me and brother Coppo. It was sure, Lobo. Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my...
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air, smooth.
Maybe I was getting my rocks off. Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you, Captain Coppodromo? I fear we are drifting away. Do I remind you of someone? Sure I do. You just come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagine because you're a cop. Here you go, you loony. Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my friend.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you, only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hand.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark.
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck just to get him down first.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram.
The fuck he said.
Talking about shit.
Malicious laughter erupts in. The lieutenant's face is made of stone, but there is no breath to catch.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it. Someone else? You mean like the police? Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a clean? I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. Climb up there and... So there has to be a less risky way. With less...
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shit!
How? Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If
Yeah, now we're talking.
Don't miss! The pig...
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea. Silence. With and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements.
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes, mostly.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't... Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at.
Remain collegial, officer. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can. It's bad as it is. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't.
This is the sorriest pair.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is.
The fuck are you waiting?
The buckle comes into focus in your sights.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of view narrows. As you wait, you're breathing.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck or what? Or what? You gonna fuck me? Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous.
Don't.
Do it!
Intense shit, copper.
Fucker waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic.
Your field as you wait.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
The lieutenant takes the gun.
Fucking pussy didn't shoot.
Didn't shoot me. There is sincere disappointment on her face. This kid.
We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have. I did not want us to be indebted to Everard Clare. I wanted us to be able.
You need to suck my dick!
He's a dangerous and corrupt man.
Hobocop. Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Guillaume le Million? Bad news. Guillaume le Million did not become a cop. doesn't. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
Can I help you?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust. As you step in, he nods toward the table. It must be his name. Garanci. Garanci Quebec. Sounds representative. The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand draws. He smiles, and it's almost like music, especially with the sounds. You see a heavy steel door. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Eccentric. But
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
hardly. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this.
The door does not. You see a heavy steel door.
Hello again, sweetie. This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking. What do you mean, Phil? I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here. Oh. It might also be evidence. We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Can I help you?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out.
I thought as much.
Well, yeah.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked.
Yes.
I'm not a fishing teacher. That is not why we keep our trash locked. What do you need them?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Yes, have you... Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for service.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake.
It's good you paid before 9 p.m., or your door would have been locked electronically. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20...
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests.
Hey. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 20... Okay, not in so many words, but don't everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism failure? It's about failure. Of course you do. You are failure. You are you alone. Against every living thing, against you, against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Now get to work, comrade. Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Too late to back out now.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it? What? Bit? Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night. Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb, but you and Kuno are good for now. Pals, shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time. And you're back.
Kuno is a merciful king, kind to his wayward subjects.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you... Look at that fucking shit. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not...
The lieutenant.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit.
Yeah, her.
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig. Fuck does Kuno care about your hunt? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
This trash container is locked with a well-oiled crack. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. There is. But you won't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny. Never mind, look at that fat string of archipelagon pearls. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. No, you won't, because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in. You see milk and egg. A box falls into among the threadbare kitchen towel as the legs of the slime-covered jeep.
The victim's clothes? Cadaver inodor is fake. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar mark, blue jeans. Pocket, the belt is missing.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Not really. All we know is...
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that?
See?
The lieutenant nods. It's just organic waste, nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out, something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash? Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCA. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. Right. What more do you need? A rubber condom stuck to the back. Below the pathetics? Terror. Do not look. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. Any capable light with the right wavelength. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeit...
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from... They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches. But once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter." These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51. This year. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. I prefer a normal caseload. It's a matter...
Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet list a title. one might say even. One that draws inspiration from, yes, all caps. One is called The Next World mural. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. It's going to take an effort to piece these cases.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM. Right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. Onto the paper with a brash free hand, uncannily similar. Inspect, get the interview the It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of a satisfying slash sounds, things to be done and things already done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest The Hanged Man. Are you sure? I think it's pretty serviceable. I'm going to start calling it The Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten law. You don't exactly. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person. A dozen pages of thin copy paper. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now is not what you... The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess, yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41. Then, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 4, why yes, your precinct. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Feeling it probably for the best, because HDB feels like it takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to? This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form. True love is possible only in the next world. People call it that thing. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell ledgers have the literage of industrial paint to cover this. The case files do not show you finding them. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal. Citing the 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets, a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us. Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger? What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden... It's the ledger you found. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? Understood. An intricate web of blue. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar. Gone. For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you... Someone close to the victim might know. The man before you is naked, but...
Of course. You have come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento...
His eyes, dark brown hair grows. The corpse looks right through you.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't...
What do you see?
Indirect modes of taxation. Turns out, those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Riversholians. You need... inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. It's nothing. Someone just left because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed?
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into...
Looks like someone left his top man down. A trooper has been left behind the enemy lines. You could swear it's more of an instinct than an...
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive... But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. I was under the assumption we could ask the leader of this union to help us get this body down. This is why we're here, right? Or it could be that we had just...
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
The cloak? I do think it's yours. Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? Nope, no.
Sure. Just be careful, okay?
Tarpaulin cloak would possibly...
does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed. Shit. Get the...
You can't do that,
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right? Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know any...
You could use some.
Okay, whatever. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hang...
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno...
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's of course you fucking can. Kuno knows.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk. The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pig. Kuno doesn't...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next.
He's downplaying his excitement. The dashboard lights up, with the lights unfold with a little click, casting.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the head.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognized. You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle.
Ah, Martinez at night. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are the first row has 18. The next is the longest. There are so many, it's hard to... The last row has 3. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Yes, that does seem quite likely. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of close. Wow, more than 200! It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of call it what you want. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her. Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they... But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have... Yes,
It's not a problem for him to state it.
everyone has their own method of... Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get... Why not gardening?
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Hello again, officer. How are... Oh, okay. Thanks for...
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Because you see it, finally. This wall is sublime. All the other walls on all the other houses. Oh, wall father.
Huh?
He sounds tired of it all.
Sure. I suppose we have to pass by it again at some...
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram, cradled. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to symbolize that. Also, some social democrats were already using it. Because white, the wreath of ant gone. Gone is the glory of hope. This door has been closed with a padlock.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from... The dented yellow mailbox. There are clothes and...
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand. Fight!
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only 450.
You see two low.
I can see you with taste for luxury of...
There's a pile of cheaps.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest...
Evening, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls. Wait.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks.
The words.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned... Yeah, not really.
A couple of indicators. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a... You pull the lever, or nothing happens. Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to... Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be...
It's not often that I see officers from the army. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls.
I haven't had any problems myself.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was a truth be told, she...
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find...
You...
With Kim here too? That just sounded really...
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were under... And I don't like keeping guns around the shop.
He's not telling you the whole story. It's...
You weren't quiet yourself, officer. You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of... 15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. This has got to be the... There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
No apologies necessary, officer. My apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do.
Of course. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. Sure thing. Sure, man.
You see rows of toy soldiers. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. Why? What's this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban late 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it. Or did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and the sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the loot.
Where? There? Those are old. Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Not much. I don't have...
We're still waiting for a replacement for the book.
I have really...
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of... Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for... No, officer.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything.
Respect?
I'm not.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone here. No, I'm sorry, officer. I don't even have a key card. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later.
The old soul, there he stands.
Let's try not to get caught in a...
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This...
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties. Help with little things. Not in the technical...
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I hate the socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally... Oh, nothing official, I assure you.
Well, he tells his little pen man...
No, thank you. I'm sorry, officer, but I really...
The only one you have.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other...
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service? CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for... Yes? Absolutely.
You wait and see, absolutely, in the question.
Can I help you? Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely...
Fine, okay. A little. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. Yes?
The door is closed. This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role... I have a cigarette every night when I go over...
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's,
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes...
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly... Yes. It's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body. I would say our initial inspection, the body is still hanging from that tree, which is...
Though he wishes the body were out of the tree, he doesn't want you to feel too discouraged. Probably out of fear.
I look forward. We weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the two. We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? Alright, but... and forgive me, this has been bothering me since this morning. How have you managed to run around all day wearing only one shoe? Well, there seems to be a shoe that is a match to the one you're wearing further down the balcony. Perhaps you can collect it when we're done talking.
He's right. There it is.
Imagine how much faster you could run wearing a cool patent leather shoe on each foot.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company. Not daring to come here more often. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are...
Night. Captain Bartholomew Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse, rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks. And Precinct 40... Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes. They're quite limited, actually. the power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's as you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary. And the coalition government. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order, or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moralintern leases us the right to keep the peace in this. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the... Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others, a historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The Moralintern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered...
That's another leitmotif.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe... Do you? No, we are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting the people of Revachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would be common vigilantes. Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, like two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear. Good, they're balanced. Come.
Yes?
old call box with an off-key melody.
Kudos! Please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't...
A single beep indicates that the... This door is made of metal and appears no one answers. Looks like he isn't home. You should come back. No one. Looks like he is. You hear someone, a poor communard.
Do I have to? Do you have a warrant?
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman. The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume. Some lunatic lost his money.
With how small these rooms are, wouldn't you want to break the wall down?
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on it. No one lives there. It's been empty for months. Impossible. I would know if someone had moved. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the... Oh, that one is a scientist. I think he studies astronomy. Something to do with all those stars around his... The symbol of what now?
The cleaning lady shrugs and returns.
The artiste? Nothing I can do about... She leaves an old...
She mumbles some... You hear someone walking around.
Excuse me?
There's no sweet talking your way in there. Be official.
Oh, come on.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to...
Her voice is really cheerful.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too? Very well, but please make it quick. I need to be back in La Delta in an hour. I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant, it was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business, but that was months ago. And it is. Everyone says the real estate agents don't, so the sooner we get this over with, the better. Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us, and again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even... A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
The sum must have been puny.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future.
It's as if they're real wizards, able to resurrect dead real estate.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. Don't ask me what happened with the wall. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both. Of course. What now? Of course.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Oh, I do like wizards, and people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our...
She means clairvoyance. The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day, beautiful things give you a rush. It's remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra liberal.
Hello again, officers. Have you come?
Oh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right? Does anyone? In a... Shoot, Piggy. It's what for? Well, if it's for art. But what kind of art are we talking about? Then you have time to find your own fucking brush. There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything.
Does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
The man before you is naked, but for a...
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The Blue Heart. Oh, that's good. Fuck it.
He means force. It'll
come back late.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. Just relax. The two sides of the board are... The slides snap back without resistance. Or 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawing. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. It smells of chewing. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. Familiar handwriting line. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it. Frisson covers your entire body, a feeling of cold, a persistent chill. Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out, every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled you. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and you feel the ledger slip from your hand.
There is nothing again. Nothing sad, brother. No trick. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's
The cool.
here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, because it's always there.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe.
There is no Voyager. You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate.
Yes.
Its delicious glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the dry...
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery. The stuff of...
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know?
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of...
What happened? There was a call on the shortwave. Officer passed out in Martinez. I had a feeling it would be you. I don't know. It could have been quite a while. That does sometimes happen. I found this next to you. I'll tag along for the rest of the day if you don't mind. My business is concluded anyway. Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. We can pick up where we left off tomorrow morning.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The bed is cold and not. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, you're in bed with your eye. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lump. It barely covers your toes. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. You failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the Isolas. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conduct. You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of... Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you... Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Yes, wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? That's not really true. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Of course, Martinez is Speed Central. You and Speed will be happy again. You will... The door is closed. Still nothing. This door can open.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the men who drink beer for breakfast. There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys. That would just escalate tensions. In fact, even the dead. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past.
Good. A power, but aren't you curious?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you...
Can I help you?
Got the 20 real? Then why are you...
Just a moment. And there's no public phones near...
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates that.
The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone. The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't... you have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a hot, but they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock.
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie. Gary's as loyal as they come. Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes...
This will surely lead to a cryptozoa. Yes, some left field.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh dear. I'm not sure. Well, his expression...
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger...
The lieutenant pulls...
One other thing. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfied by a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking... We hit it off, and...
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well, it's
Oh, yeah.
where other phasmids imitate sticks, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discussing.
To be honest, this animal sounds like a crypt.
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking.
It's simply elusive.
Establishment. I thought so.
Well, some teenagers making out in the reed saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local... Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even. Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. Morel can explain it all much better.
The man ponders his cooking. He looks up at you. Then, shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's been. You see a heavy steel door.
Yes? Yes? What do you want to know? What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the union make a mockery of law and... Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 100...
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary. Tell him why it's you. He opens one.
Which school do you subscribe to? Mambo or Jambo? It's always good to have a police. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoilsport. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome. No, I am not a gardener. I'm a league, so let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on...
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make...
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people...
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then...
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
What you want is of no significance, officer.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't you will not lose out on anything good by not saying it.
What are we going to do to you?
You were specifically asked not to say that, and then you said it anyway.
The Union isn't going to do.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But like I already told you, I'm a...
The man before you is not.
Yes?
No response. He just arches. A moment passes. The lieutenant...
Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of... I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough.
He's simply... Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Fuck does Kuno care? Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad...
You need to befriend him first.
Kuno doesn't...
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a work...
She doesn't really want to be... Is she such a working-class woman? Why is...
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working-class woman needs something to... It is. I know you are. What with? My husband? No, I don't know. At home...
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but... No. Why are we still talking?
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her.
What? Who said anything about shame?
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing.
You know where they are. They're at home. What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead? That's the...
What? That's just... They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they... My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well? There is no investigation here. I can tell...
Her hands move over the book covers. The woman before...
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky. Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed. No, sir. She's a working woman. I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful. No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though. That's a friendly enough face, most of the time. Oh, kings and queens. I think that's why...
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you... It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has... Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like every... Not in romance books, sir. These are about... Maybe some about other books?
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. So cool. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you. There, working class drunk, cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, there's no need for shampoo.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing. Very well then. Where is he? Excuse me?
There's something else hiding in her voice though. A trace of...
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what? You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one. I did, and he is. He's old. No, he's not. Or maybe he is. I don't know. I haven't seen him.
There. She's worried now.
I wouldn't be so sure. Man, just to...
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to...
She sighs, but you can...
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions? Honestly, not that different from you. Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet. Well, he's... What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket. It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it? Well, what can you do? I hope...
She's thinking about him out in the cold. In some...
Yesterday morning, he went to the library because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again.
Gone for around 36 hours. She turns away from you in a...
So you are...
She genuinely wants you to know. Don't make her.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home.
She tries to maintain a brave front.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi?
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's I don't mean to disrespect.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to...
Nothing.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain?
Wonderful. The story's open. Right.
She gives you a short note.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
She won't maneuver her way out of this.
I am the vilest. I am an ultra. An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the... Haven't you heard? We surrendered the nation to the financier pirates. No sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a man of the left. A true communard. Tell me...
In her green eyes you see a... Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those alike.
I hope you do, honestly. I may have even preferred it, had the communards won. When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up. With due respect, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Then for my daughters...
Dark orange flames reflect in her green...
Yes. Whatever else I am. Glad to have been of assistance. You're back. Good. What can I help? More lessons in basic reality?
6 kilometers southwest, in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins. Yes, he lost his mind, Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. Don't worry, Emil. We always do.
You? You're an officer preciso mundo. Nothing more nor less than the
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia. We are.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin. The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the emergency, wayfarer, and aliment.
All three are good to know when we are out policing.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you. The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol, and they called it the International Zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed, A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, Ravasholians get to keep the peace in Ravashol, and the Coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, nothing more nor less than the de facto...
Yes, we are the Ravashol citizens.
Yes, that means... Permit me to... And if those authorities drink... Glad to have been of assistance.
The dented yellow melt. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator...
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way... But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from...
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam... Look, man. I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with. Ah, man. But those days are behind me. There are... Hey, man. That's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment?
Entrapment is where a law of...
Yes. It's like trying to trick a person into doing something criminal that they'd never do. Then what are you trying to...
So much for subtlety. Better get straight.
We have a credible...
Not me, man. No, gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't...
A rhymesmith. This is quite credible. It goes...
Look, man. I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam.
Wait. There's something here. Stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
Whoa. What else? Silent communion. That's good. Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that shit?
Did you?
Fucking A. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their art. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time...
Ah, man. But those days are... Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Then what's your deal here?
So much for subtlety.
We have a credit.
Not me, man. No way. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You...
Why does art inspire you so much? Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination, and, in short, art is the highest form of human. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic. With that beard and those clothes, yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. Go ahead and provide savage